Welcome to Milan and the grand finale of the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup Series of 2026. A rhythmic gymnastics loving nation has turned out by the thousands to watch as many of the world's best compete in what is shaping up to be an apparatus finals for the ages. We are inside the Forum di Milano, which is just outside of the city center. This is the venue that hosted figure skating at the Winter Olympics in February, and it continues as an artistic sports hub with this event. Here is the schedule for today. If you are accustomed to watching Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cups, this will be very familiar to you. We will begin with the individual hoop and ball final, and then move to the group 5 balls final before turning back to the individuals who will compete with clubs and ribbon, and we will end with the mixed apparatus in the group competition. There is a lot happening at this World Cup. We are about a month away from the World Championships in Frankfurt, Germany, and this makes it one of the last big international meetings to take place before those World Championships. The judges are excited, the gymnasts are excited, the crowd has been phenomenal here. So enthusiastic and supportive, not just of the Italians, but of all of the gymnasts. This is a city and a place that loves rhythmic gymnastics in all of its forms. Many of the very best in the world are here, and so strong is this field that, including everybody, some of the best have missed out on making the cut, the top 8 that qualify into these apparatus finals for the hoop, ball, clubs, and ribbon for the individuals, and for the 5 balls and the hoops and clubs for the groups. Among this sea of stars, one gymnast has stood out here. And if you follow Rhythmic, you know exactly who I am talking about. Daria Varfolomeev of Germany, the reigning Olympic, world, and European all-around champion, has been in incredible form here. Not only did she win the all-around competition held over the last 2 days, she is the top qualifier on every single apparatus for these finals. We might see a clean sweep from her, but there are several who are standing in her way, the likes of the 2025 European all-around champion Taisha Ono-Frichuk of Ukraine, who will be the first gymnast that we will see compete with the hoop, and then of course from the host nation Sofia Raffaelli and Tara Dragash, amongst many others. But enough talking, let's get started with the individual hoop final.
Last day of the World Cup competition with hoop and individual, the 8 protagonists for this great final.
In just a moment, we will have the introduction of the 8 competitors who will be contesting this hoop final.
World Cup 2026.
The Unipol Forum in Milano is alight with love for this sport. Here is the start list for the individual hoop final. Taisha Ono-Frichuk leading the way. Daria Varfolomeev, the top qualifier, will perform third. Keep your eye on Alina Garnasco in the 5th spot. This is the only apparatus final that she's qualified for here, but she is more than capable of climbing onto the podium. From wherever in the world you happen to be watching, welcome to Milan, welcome to Rhythmic Gymnastics. The enthusiasm, just infectious. Let's begin. We will start off with somebody who can provide thrills. Taisha Ono-Frichuk of Ukraine, 5th strongest in the all-around competition last night, but the 2nd best with this apparatus. And this routine is incredible.
We invite Taisia to leave the field of play, please.
And it seems that
Stay
there is
outside and
just a bit of difficulty with the music getting started as we begin these apparatus finals. Taisia Ono-Friedrich was ready to go, but the venue presenter has invited her to leave the carpet momentarily. The technical crew will just take a look and see what the problem is, and we will be underway once again very shortly. Lots of buzz in this arena over all of these gymnasts. Ono-Friedrich had 29.3 with the hoop in the qualification round the day before yesterday. This is a routine that is tried and true with her, to music from Thriller. This is the third year that she's actually used this piece of music, although it has been remixed for 2026, and it's allowed her to branch out and really add a lot of new combinations, maxing out her difficulty.
Ready to start again, so we call now from Ukraine. It's the time of Taisia Ono-Friedrich.
Starting off with the hoop, Taisia Ono-Friedrich of Ukraine, the European all-around champion from 2025, with a well-tested thriller of a hoop routine.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, it's the sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. And you start to freeze, and so it looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, 'cause there's this night, and no one's gonna save you from the beast of unstrike. You know it's night. You're fighting for your life inside a thriller. I'm gonna bring it to life.
Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood.
Rhythmic gymnastics at its very best, demonstrated by Taisia Ono-Friedrich. The 18-year-old celebrated her birthday back in May at the European Championships in Varna. She won the bronze medal in the all-around there. And this is a routine that should be very comfortable for her. She has used a cut of Thriller for the past 3 years, and it is appreciated around the world. It's an exercise that has gone viral, and it's quite easy to see why, the way that she blends difficulty like that risk. And here is another one. 3 forward rolls and a change of levels, moving from a standing position down onto the floor. She says that she is not planning to change her routines anymore before the World Championships, but she is keeping an eye out to adding some extra difficulty to potentially maximize her scores. In the qualification, this exercise carried a difficulty tariff of 13.5. It's one of the highest that we will see with the hoop today. The score for Onofrichuk is a very good one, 29.55 to open up her day with the hoop. And that is 2.5 tenths higher than what she produced in the opening round.
Israel, Alona Talfranco.
We move next to Israel and an exciting young competitor, Alona Talfranco of Israel, 8th strongest in the all-around and the 8th strongest qualifier with this apparatus. The music? A New Day Will Rise by Yuval Raphael. Fitting for a gymnast who's on the up.
And even if you say goodbye, you'll always be around to lift me up and take me high. Keep my feet close to the ground. Are you proud of me tonight? Dreams are coming true. I choose the light, nothing to lose if I lose you. Life will go on. Everyone cries. Don't cry alone. Darkness will fade. All the pain will go by. But we will stay. Love of my life. מים רבים לא יכבו את האהבה ונהרות לא ישטפו. New day will rise. Everyone cries. Don't cry alone. Darkness will fade. All the pain will go by. But we will stay. Even if you say goodbye, new day will rise.
It's very evident that she is somebody with a particularly balletic quality. The flexibility that she demonstrates is tremendous as well. And that's something that she has had since she was a very young child. Her mother initially took her to rhythmic gymnastics because she noticed how naturally flexible she was. And her mother thought that this would be a nice kind of after-school activity. She might go twice a week, something like that. But she was signaled out by the coaches almost immediately at Maccabi Tel Aviv as somebody who could go very far. And about a decade and a lot of hard work later, here she is representing Israel on World Cup stages. She said that she wasn't initially really adapted to the hard training, but it's something that has come with time. We've been watching her since 2023, really. That was the year that she went to the World Junior Championships and came away as the champion with this apparatus. And recently in Portimao, she won her first World Challenge Cup gold medal. That came with the clubs. The score for Alona Talfranco, 28.4. And you notice the difficulty score, 12.8. It's not as complex of a routine as what we saw from Taisha Onofrichuk to start off the competition. That plays into, of course, the overall score. Now then, if Daria Varfolomeev can produce the quality that she showed in the qualifications, she is likely to be golden here once again. She's already won the all-around title. She could add to her gold medal tally here. Representing Germany, the Olympic champion, Daria Varfolomeev.
Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way, yeah. But you never go away. So I guess you stay. Oh, outside, I can't find my
Right to the beat of the music, Daria Varfolomeev of Germany. There's that wonderful, complex throw where the hoop rebounds off of her foot right to the end of the routine. Her difficulty is comparable with that of Onofrichuk. She scored 29.7 in the preliminary round. Varfolomeev is coming off of a European Championships where she won the all-around title as well as the ball and ribbon competitions. She did not win with the hoop, but this tends to be one of her strongest apparatus. But with Varfolomeev, hey, they are all strong. Everything is so correct. The pivots, the pirouettes, the scales, and of course these all-important dynamic elements with rotation where she changes levels, executes complete rotations under the flight of the apparatus. And that was what I was referring to earlier. Done so well, right with the music. Varfolomeev says that the European title was the hardest one that she had ever won. And here she earns 28.7. That is a full point lower than what she had in the qualification. And it puts her second right now to Taisha Onofrichuk. Alona Talfranco now in third place. To a competitor that you can never count out. The fifth strongest in qualification with the hoop, here is Daniela Munitz of Israel. Wonderful. This is a Daniela Munitz transformed from the gymnast that we have been watching for the last several years. She has always been a queen of difficulty, but only this year have we seen a real artistic sensibility that has emerged. Those artistic qualities are showing up in all of the movements that she does. Yes, the risks, the dynamic elements with rotation, the pivots, the pirouettes, all of that give her a great difficulty score. And it is a very good difficulty usually. But what she's doing now is she is managing with her choreography to transmit feeling and expression. And that helps a lot with the artistry score. Of course, here in the replay, we do have to look at her fabulous difficulty. There's a great sequence of turning leaps, and note the way that she manipulates the apparatus, a full turn around her hand with the hoop, with each of those. She's particularly strong with her chaîné turns. She just spins so rapidly, so she's able to get a lot of them under the flight of the apparatus. It's a lovely complete routine. And Munitz is rewarded with 29.0. That puts her into second place. So the clean sweep that we thought might happen for Varfolomeev is not going to happen. Taisha Ono-Frichuk remains in the lead, followed by Daniela Munitz. And here is somebody who could certainly be on the podium with this apparatus. The veteran 24-year-old Alina Garnasko. This is the only apparatus final that we will see her in. Garnasko, so creative with all of her work. This is a wonderful routine.
Lay my black heart.
When it goes well, it is such a strong routine. Unfortunately for Alina Garnasko, on this occasion, there was a bobble of the hoop that is likely to cost her half a point, small though it was, mid-exercise. And then the more serious complication, the loss of the apparatus out of bounds toward the end of the routine, that will have an impact of more than a point on her score. Garnasko, coached by Marina Lovac, the 1988 Olympic champion in rhythmic gymnastics. So many things went right in this exercise. Much of it really classic Garnasco. The front scale pivot, beautiful oversplit position shown, and a little bit of expression baked into her choreography. She's somebody who can convey a whole feeling just by turning her back or just flicking out her fingers. There's some wonderful catches as well, but right there, the gymnast out of bounds, 0.3 of a point. And if the hoop touches the carpet out of bounds, that's another 0.3 of a point. So difficult one for Garnasco, who scores 23.45. She'll draw a line under that performance. There is still the World Championships coming up in a month. Much to reflect upon. Now to one of the gymnasts that they have all come to see, the reigning world champion with this apparatus, 22-year-old Sofia Raffaelli of Italy, the silver medalist here in Milan a day ago. She had 28.15 with the hoop yesterday. Room to improve here. That will do very nicely for Raffaelli here in Milan. The music to this piece is called Whip, and you can understand why. It's a routine that is totally unlike the exercise that she used to win the world title last year, and that's the beauty of rhythmic gymnastics. There are so many things that one can do stylistically with these apparatus, and the stuffed animals just rain down upon Sofia Raffaelli, one of the host nation favorites here in Milan. She's so expressive with all of her movements. It's something that she was noted for even when she was a junior gymnast, and it's something that she has made work for her here and in all of the years before. There's such creativity to these routines as well. Everything that she does with the hoop, the way that she manipulates the apparatus, often not with her hands, using it to rebound off of body segments. Just like that, all of that builds her difficulty and just gives the routine a very unique look. In the qualification round, she lost half a point. There was a penalty for finishing just behind the music, but None today, 29.65. It's the lead for Sofia Raffaelli at home in Italy. And they are absolutely loving it. The crowd, many of them on their feet. Il tricolore is fluttering in the breeze in this arena. A showstopper by Sofia Raffaelli. And this is just the first routine of the day for her. And with that, Raffaelli has guaranteed herself at least a bronze medal. We have 2 more competitors to come. The crowd was already totally amped up, and then Sofia Raffaelli took to the carpet and delivered 29.65 to lead this hoop final. Waiting in the wings, the penultimate gymnast who will perform in the hoop final. It is Takhmina Ikramova of Uzbekistan. Her score was the 3rd best with the hoop the other day, 29.1. So she has shown that she can get into the 29s, get near 30. She will need to improve slightly in order to beat Raffaelli, though. Now representing Uzbekistan, 21-year-old Takhmina Ikramova with the hoop. Such finesse from Takhmina Ikramova with the hoop. This is an exercise that has the difficulty to win her a medal. Takhmina is an Iranian name. It means brave or valiant, or as she translates it, warrior woman. Ikramova says that she is stubborn, and when she thinks she's right, she's very difficult to convince. She certainly convinced with this exercise. It was amongst the smoothest that she has delivered over the course of the season. The pirouettes were absolutely fantastic. Ikramova does several things that are amongst the best in the world when you break down her elements. She's a great spinner. She has wonderful body waves, terrific flexibility as well. And then this ring position, very unusual. It takes incredible back flexibility. And she is right to the music. She says if her life had ended up a little bit differently, she might have actually been a music student. As a child, she was remarked upon for having a very good ear for music. And she says that that helps in rhythmic gymnastics. Ikramova, the reigning Asian all-around champion, and her score is 29.15. That puts her into the provisional bronze medal position with just one gymnast remaining. That gymnast happens to be her teammate. And so either way, we are going to have an Uzbek gymnast on the podium. Happy birthday last week to Lola Jurieva of Uzbekistan. She turned 17. Now the Tashkent native takes to the carpet with the hoop. This is a wonderfully expressive routine. The dance of the nights from Sergei Prokofiev's Romeo and Juliet, interpreted beautifully here by Lola Jurieva of Uzbekistan. Jurieva is just in her second season of competing as a senior international. She really came to prominence at the European Cup last year in Baku, and this routine is one of them that helped her establish herself as somebody to watch. There's the same ring position that we saw from Takmina Ikramova. It has a very high base value, meaning that the gymnast gets several tenths of a point for just doing 180 degrees of that spin, and then for every 180 degrees that they complete, apart from that, they get even more difficulty. When it comes to the difficulty in this exercise, the score that she got in qualifying is 12.9, which is good, but it is not maybe competitive with the likes of Rafaeli, Onofrichuk, even Ikramova. So we shall see. At the moment, it is Rafaeli, then Onofrichuk, and then Ikramova. What for Lola Jurieva? It's 27.45 for the 17-year-old from Uzbekistan. She will finish in 7th place today as she continues her rise through the ranks in international rhythmic gymnastics. And what that means is it is a confirmed gold medal for Italy with the hoop.
And we are now over with the first final at Cup in a few minutes we will have the start of
The classified standings in the hoop final: bronze to Takmina Ikramova, silver to Taisha Onofrichuk, and gold to Sofia Raffaelli of Italy. Just a single tenth of a point separating silver from gold in this hoop final. And what's going on the floor, you might ask? Well, what happens is a lot of the leotards that the gymnasts are wearing are covered in crystals. And when a gymnast performs, often the crystals come off of the leotard. And often at the big internationals, there are so many on the floor at the end of a final that you actually need volunteers to come around and pick them up. And I've heard from volunteers that if they happen to be rhythmic gymnasts themselves, because those crystals are quite precious, they might actually keep them and put them on their own competition leotards later on. Let's have a look back at the highlights of this hoop final. We will move on to our second apparatus final. It is with the ball. Once more, we will start with Taisha Onofrichuk of Ukraine. Daria Varfolomeev will follow after her. It will be our first chance to take a look at Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria, a gymnast who has one of the great ball exercises, not just in the world today, but arguably of all time. Also in this final, Takmina Ikramova once more. Sofia Raffaelli will be the penultimate competitor, followed by Tara Dragash. Taisha Onofrichuk has not had a whole lot of turnaround time. She has already won the silver medal with the hoop today. Here she comes with the ball. I believe that she is going to be performing her new ball routine to music from Bjork. And it's deja vu, really, for Onofrichuk. This happened at the beginning of the hoop final as well.
And then Uzbekistan, Takmina Ikramova.
Per Cipro, Vera Tugolikova.
Per l'Italia, Italy, Sofia.
I think what happened was that Onofrichuk heard her name as all of the competitors were introduced and thought, okay, it's my turn to go, but quickly realized, no, they are just saying the names of the 8 gymnasts who will be contesting this final.
To start now with the final at
And back
ball.
into the wings she goes.
Ukraine.
No harm, no foul, just a few extra seconds of preparation for Onofrichuk. The winner of the silver medal already today with the hoop Taisha Onofrichuk has a new ball routine to show off. And in here, it's oh so quiet as she prepares to perform. Oh goodness. Onofrichuk just has no luck with the music today.
That's another big riot.
You know, wherever she happens to land in the ranking for this exercise, you have to applaud the composure of Taisha Onofrichuk with the music snafus at the beginning. She is clearly so well trained that she can do this routine under any circumstances, but it is never ideal when there is a music malfunction and you are standing there in the pose ready to perform. And then it gets a little bit jarring when the music stops and starts. She handled things so well. There's a lot of appreciation for this Ukrainian star. This is an audience that knows it's rhythmic gymnastics, and they know quality when they see it. This is a very new exercise for Onofrichuk. She actually began the season using Vogue by Madonna with the ball, and towards the European Championships unveiled this brand new routine. Just a slight slip right there, a near drop of the apparatus, but she will not receive the 0.5 of a point deduction for actually losing the ball. That will probably be just a tenth or two. Throughout the exercise, there were a few small trajectory deductions, including right at the end where she really has to maneuver herself to get under the ball and control it. All that will be reflected in the score. And there it is, 27.8. That is down by about half a point compared to what she did the other night. We will see how that holds up amongst the gymnasts to come. Next up, the all-around champion, Daria Varfolomeev, has won just about everything there is to be won. This new ball routine is fantastic as well. We will see if she throws the original turn that she used at her last competition.
Every night I see my fears, I'm all alone. Keep the rest out of my world. Every time they call my name is always wrong. You'll be sorry when I'm gone. done something, reshape all my moods. Don't kiss me goodbye. Just keep the lights out. I love you now. I love you moves, baby. You're a maroon pie. And on a cloud there is smoke in my eyes. You know. So please don't put me under. I don't love you no more. So please don't put me under. I don't love you no more. So please don't put me under. I don't love you no more.
Daria Varfolomeev with the ball, sublime as always. Just like with Ono Friček, there was one small place where it looked like she really had to consciously grasp the ball to get it under control. But this is still going to be an excellent score. Music choice, always important in rhythmic gymnastics. This piece, which is called Wrong Party by Eleanor, just perfect for the way that she moves with the apparatus. There's a look at her first dynamic element with rotation, and this penché pivot, just fantastic. The more rotations that you can do, the more difficulty you get. And she plays with that so well. This is a sequence of dance steps. That's a requirement in each routine, just to show a bit of character and expression. And then she really lets loose later on. Really seems to enjoy herself, pulls the audience into the choreography with her, and just puts on a show. She's been so successful on the World Cup circuit this year, and that success continues. 28.95. It's first position right now for Daria Varfolomeev. Next up, 19-year-old Maria Borisova, a gymnast reputed for clubs and ribbon work. She just came off the European Championships, where she won a few medals. Very expressive. Maria Borisova of Russia seeking her first medal on the World Cup circuit with the ball. She announced herself earlier this year in Tashkent, where she won the all-around title. She also had hoop silver there. And at the European Championships, she did something remarkable. After the first day of qualifications, she was actually around 30th place having performed with the hoop and the ball. It wasn't going very well. And then she came out on day 2 and was phenomenal with the clubs and the ribbon. She made the all-around final, advanced something like 20 places just with those 2 routines, and then went on to finish in the top 12 at the European Championships. She was actually 6th in the all-around. And this is a routine worth celebrating. And she really did celebrate there, didn't she, with the mascot? Technically, it is so lovely. She uses the illusion turn, which is not something that we have seen that much since the Paris Olympic break. And every part of her body plays a role in manipulating the ball in this exercise. 27.9 is the score for Maria Borisova. That moves her into the provisional silver medal position. Onofrichuk now dropping down by just a 1/10 of a point. Daria Varfolomeev remains in first place.
Bulgaria, Stiliana Nikolova.
The screams resound through the arena. They absolutely adore her here. Next, with the ball, Stiliana Nikolova of Bulgaria. Hang on to your hats. This is extraordinary. An iconic piece of work from Stiliana Nikolova. How is it possible that one gymnast over the space of about 4 years has produced not one, but 2 of the very great ball routines in rhythmic gymnastics? This exercise, which she had last year as well, is to a piece of music called Les Damnés, The Damned, from Le Grand Bal by Patrick de Oliveira and Diptych. And it is sublime every time we see it. Her interpretation of music is so special. The way that she just manages to make everything look as though it was written expressly for her. There's such intensity in her gaze. There's such drama in all of the movements. She incarnates a character so well, and you just can't look away. That side scale position, one of the most difficult in rhythmic gymnastics. She does it more than once in this routine. The penché pivot, really lovely, and she makes sure that she gets everything she possibly can from the rotation. In this routine, there were a few little trajectory errors, and that drop of the ball just near the end of the exercise, that might be counted as a drop. If so, she'll lose half a point for that. And there was, like I said, a couple of places where not everything was as ideal as it might have been. But with Stiliana Nikolova, you basically don't care because it's such a robust performance and you're so enthralled by watching her just do what she does. Leading score 28.95 from Varfolomeev, and Nikolova doesn't quite get there, 27.55. The accumulation of all of those small errors in an otherwise engrossing routine. An engrossing routine nevertheless. Next up, the bronze medalist with the hoop, Takhmina Ikramova of Uzbekistan, returns with the ball. One of the masters of her craft with the ball. It's her preferred medium of expression, Takhmina Ikramova. There is a family legacy to performing. Her mother is actually a circus artist who specializes in aerial performances. She says that the first time that she took Takhmina to a rhythmic gymnastics gym, Takhmina was 3, and she ran out of the gym in tears. But her mother said, no, I'm going to wait just a couple of years and bring her back and see if it takes, and it did. She started training in earnest when she was 5 years old. And from a very young age, she's worked the flexibility that we see on display in this routine, notably those 2 ring positions. The first one with the legs straight at the top of the exercise, and then she uses it again later on. There's a lot of feistiness and a lot of detail in this ball routine. Really good performance from Ikramova. She had 27.85 in the qualifications. And it's in the hands of the judges now, but normally she goes a bit above that when she does make this exercise the way that she intends to. .15 this time for Ikramova with the ball. So no medal with this apparatus today, but we will see her again. A very familiar face in apparatus finals on the World Cup circuit now approaches the carpet. Here is 17-year-old Vera Tugolukova of Cyprus, 8th strongest with the ball in qualification.
Only you can make this change in me.
A tour through the 1950s rock and roll scene with Vera Tugalukova. Tugalukova, the first Cypriot gymnast to make a World Championships final since 2011. She just finished 9th at the European Championships in Varna. She had a very strong showing there, just as she has had all season. She is one of those who is looking towards the World Championships and certainly making the all-around final, potentially making one or more apparatus finals as well. This is the jazzy rock and roll based routine of hers. All 4 of her routines this year look very different. They really have made a conscious decision with her to have her express different styles. This is the only time we will be seeing her in apparatus finals today, though. So she has put everything into this medley. Only You, Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis Presley, and then Rock Around the Clock. She does have World Cup gold, that from Baku last year with this apparatus. And there's real potential here. Oh, that's a great score. 28.2 for Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus. She moves into 2nd place with the ball behind Varfolomeev at the moment.
Italy, Sofia.
The tour is open in this ball final. We have seen some slightly uncharacteristic mistakes from gymnasts that we would expect to be pushing for the podium. And into this situation comes Sofia Raffaelli, already the champion with the hoop here today. 27.85 was her score in the preliminary round, but with a difficulty score that she can improve upon. Here she goes with the ball. This is for a medal. Oh, this will go down very well indeed. Sofia Raffaelli with an almost brand new ball routine mid-season. Here in Milan, she is triumphant. It takes a lot of guts to change your exercise so dramatically in the middle of a competition year. She decided that the routine that she had at the European Championships, which was to How Insensitive by Lynn Stanley with some music from Chopin added in, was not really doing it for her. And this new look is a lot more eye-catching. On on her opening risk, it looked like her foot actually slid as she went into the front walkover modification, but she did such a good job in just dealing with it, and you don't see any problems in controlling the ball as a result. That is one of her trademarks, the fish flop forward roll, catching the ball between her knees. And that is the other trademark of hers, the famous Raffaelli turn. Everybody is doing it. This is going to be very interesting. The top score right now, 28.95 from Varfolomeev. Could Raffaelli have bettered it with that routine? Waiting to perform, Tara Dragash of Italy. She will be the last competitor. And it's third place right now for Sofia Raffaelli, 28.15. A 0.3 of a point gain from what she did in the preliminary round. So the new routine is seeding in, and it's going very well.
Italia, Tara
Will it be
Dragash.
enough for a medal today? We will see. The final performer with the ball, 19-year-old Tara Dragash of Italy. We are going to see an Italian gymnast on the podium. That is clear. Could we potentially see two? This is her standout routine of the year. Tara Dragash of Italy, a delightful performance with the ball. She says she adores this routine and adores this apparatus. She feels that in this 80-second piece of music, she is allowed to show all of the styles of her character. Dragash also says that sometimes she thinks she gets nervous because she's thinking about the routine too much, and that leads to her getting scared when it comes to performing it. She says one of the big things that she's been trying to improve upon in her gymnastics is just controlling her emotions. She is a gymnast with so much to say on the carpet. And when it comes to the pivots, she is one of the very best in the world. She just sets that penché pivot before you at the beginning of the routine and invites you to admire it. And she follows up with the Raffaelli very quickly. And this penché and attitude derrière is lovely as well. Above that, this is an exercise that is just filled with character. There's a lot of slow movement. She does a lot of different things. different incarnations, transitioning from playful to serious, basically in the blink of an eye. All wrapped up in a really good package. Just inviting the viewer to appreciate it. Anything above 28.15 will get her onto the podium. And I was remiss in saying there could be two Italians on the podium in this apparatus final. There can only be one. It will be Raffaelli or Dragash, and it's going to be Dragash. 28.6, the silver medal for Tara Dragash. And how well deserved for the 19-year-old. Daria Varfolomeev will take the gold medal, Dragash the silver. Here are the classified results in the ball final. Vera Tugalukova of Cyprus winning the bronze, Tara Dragash the silver, and Daria Varfolomeev the gold.
La prima finale delle squadre, quella dell'insieme con 5 palle.
And we are now over also with the final handball. A great show and great emotions here in the Unipol Forum. Now a short break until 15:32 when we will switch to the individual to the group with the first exercise with 5 balls.
E allora riprendiamo la linea Unipol Forum. Avanti, si mettila ancora una volta la vostra energia. Al mio via un bel applauso. 3, 2, 1, via! Vai, Andrea, vieni con me. C'è una piccola sorpresa, Andrea, per te questa volta, perché abbiamo girato tutto l'Unipol Forum alla ricerca dei cartelli più belli, più simpatici. Ne abbiamo trovato uno incredibile. Lo ha realizzato una bimba che è con noi, si chiama Lisa. Lisa, vieni vicino a noi per favore, con l'applauso del pubblico dell'Unipol Forum. Allora Lisa, eccolo, ce lo fai vedere, giralo un attimo a favore della telecamera, vediamo se lo riusciamo a vedere, eccolo. Eravamo alla ricerca del cartello bellissimo per le ragazze, ma ne abbiamo trovato uno dedicato all'Ape Andrea, alla nostra mascotte ufficiale. We love Ape Andrea. Lo ha realizzato lei, Lisa, complimenti. Da dove arrivi, Lisa?
Crema.
Come?
Crema.
Da Crema. E tu sei una ginnasta, perché anche tu fai ginnastica ritmica, giusto? In quale città? Crema, immagino. Allora, però mi devi dire una cosa, qual è il tuo attrezzo preferito?
Cerchio.
Il cerchio, ma è anche quello che ti viene meglio o quello con cui hai un po' di difficoltà ma vorresti migliorare?
Quello che mi esce meglio.
Quello che ti esce meglio, bravo, sono contento. Guarda, allora qui siamo in un luogo meraviglioso e il clima è bellissimo. Tara ha fatto una grandissima performance. Qual è la tua ginnasta di riferimento, se ne hai una?
Ne ho 2.
Vai!
Sofia Raffaeli e Stiliana Nikolova.
Ah, bello.
We will have just a 5-minute break before we begin with the first of the 2 group apparatus finals. The 5 balls are coming up at 1/2 See you very soon back in Milano.
Senti, però come tutte le ginnaste immagino che tu avrai un piccolo sogno nel cassetto. Ce lo vuoi raccontare? Ti va?
Partecipare a una gara importante di ritmica.
Bene, allora gli facciamo un grande in bocca al lupo. Noi ci auguriamo di ritrovarti proprio qua su questa pedana alla World Cup tra qualche anno. Andrea?
Intanto è la Coppa del Mondo.
Intanto sei qua, lo hai vissuto da vicino, da bordo pedana, deve essere una bella soddisfazione per te. Quanti anni hai?
Oggi 11.
Oggi è il tuo compleanno. Beh, vabbè, allora.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
penso che rimarrà un ricordo bellissimo per te. Andrea, dobbiamo trovare un modo per farle un regalo. Intanto rifacciamo un applauso, così ti rimarrà come regalo tutto l'Unipol Forum per Lisa, per farle gli auguri. Allora, Pale, io direi che dovremmo fare come minimo un regalo facendole dedicare una canzone. C'è una tua canzone preferita?
Al mio paese.
Al mio paese di Serena Brancale. Allora facciamo, vieni con me, vieni con me. Andiamo dal DJ. Golfi la tua canzone. Lisa, per oggi DJ, metti le cuffie di Pale, metti le cuffie di Pale, vai. Fai ballare e cantare tutto l'Unipol Forum, vai. È il momento di Lisa, 11 anni da crema. Oggi è lei, la super star che fa ballare l'Unipol Forum.
Coming up, the Group 5 Balls final here in Milano and a tour of the world in rhythmic gymnastics. The start list begins with Brazil and then Mexico, Ukraine, the People's Republic of China, the reigning Olympic champion, then Spain, which pulled off something amazing at the recent European Championships. Also in this final, Bulgaria, who can never be counted out, an intriguing group from Italy, and we will wind things up with Belarus. Around the world in 8 routines with the 5 balls. Lots of people getting into the spirit of rhythmic gymnastics here in the Forum di Milano. This is the same venue that welcomed figure skating at the Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games back in February. Maybe you were there, maybe you were watching on TV. It is great to have your company now. Gymnastics, a sport that is beloved in Italy. And now they have Sofia Raffaelli, they have Tara Dragash, but they have always had the Farfalle, the wonderful Italian group. We'll see what their new generation group is able to put together with the 5 balls here. But we will start with the World Championships silver medalists in the all-around. They are also the all-around champions here in Milan based on the results of the qualifications. They are the group from Brazil, and they can produce wonders. Brazil, a team that has just gotten better and better over the last several years.
Ed allora con lo sguardo torniamo sul grande Letwall dell'Unipol Forum per conoscere le 8 squadre finaliste dell'insieme con 5 palle.
The team of Brazil.
La squadra del Messico.
The team of Ukraine.
The 8 finalists being announced now. For Brazil, they will have something to prove here in Milan. At the last Milan World Cup 12 months ago, they were 7th with the 5 similar apparatus. It happened to be the 5 ribbons after qualifying in first place to the final. And once more, this year with the 5 balls, they were the best in the qualification, hoping to reproduce the same routine and earn a similar number. 28.05 was their score the other day.
E queste le 8 squadre dell'insieme con 5 palle entrate in questa finale della Coppa del Mondo di Ginnastica Ritmica Milano 2026. la squadra del Brasile.
The team of Brazil.
Bolstered by the leadership of 3 Olympians, here is the team from Brazil. They have looked unbeatable through the qualification rounds, but in an apparatus final, everything that comes before has been erased. The pressure is on, but this can be magnificent. It's Brazil leading off with the 5 balls.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. For me. Stars where you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling.
Oh, they can be very proud of themselves for that effort. An impeccably polished performance by Team Brazil. This exercise featuring Maria Eduarda Aracaki, Maria Paula Caminha, Mariana Goncalves, Julia Corunzi, and Sofia Pereira. Brazil is basking in the applause from that performance, as well they should. This is a new routine for the 2026 season. Feeling good, a really appealing piece of music. But what set this apart was the performance quality, the way that they worked together throughout all of the collaborations, but also they just seem so synchronized. And for a team that hasn't been performing together with all 5 of these members all that long, that's really incredible. A testament to their work and their discipline in the gym. Brazil always considered amongst the top teams in the world. They swept the golds at the Pan American Championships at home in Rio de Janeiro just a couple of months ago. And on the World Cup circuit this year, they had silver for this routine in Baku back in March. But this is the first time in 2026 that they have won an all-around gold medal. Brazil has opened the door to a great score for themselves here. 28.05 was what they had in the qualification. That actually tied them with Spain, which recorded the same score with the 5 balls. But Brazil was on top based on having an execution score that was 0.05 of a point higher than Spain's. This time the score is 27.5. So there is a dip compared to what they did earlier, but they are the first competitors to go.
The team of Mexico.
There's a lot more to come here in Milan. We'll see if that number holds up for Brazil. Next, onto the carpet, the always colorful team from Mexico. They have such inventive work, and they usually capture your attention right from the start. It's Mexico with the 5 balls. Here we go.
Wake up.
One shot, one opportunity. Seize everything you ever wanted. One moment that you captured. Just let it slip.
Eminem like you have never heard him before, interpreted by Team Mexico. Performing this routine, Dalia Alcocer, Julia Gutierrez, Kimberly Salazar, Adirem Tejada, and Giselle Torres. It may be Eminem like you haven't heard him before, but it is actually not the only time that we will hear Eminem today in a group final. And that sets up a very interesting head-to-head with the group that is about to take to the carpet. This Mexican team anchored by 4 old hands when you comes to Dalia Alcocer, Julia Gutierrez, Kimberly Salazar, and Adirem Tejada. All of them were competing at the Olympics in Paris 2 years ago. The Mexican team finished 12th there. And they have 2 new team members. With the 5 balls, it's Giselle Torres who is joining them. Torres, just 16 years old, from Guadalajara.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
This team won the bronze medal with this exercise at the Pan American Championships earlier this spring.
Per l'esercizio della squadra del Brasile.
We inform you that an inquiry has been submitted for the exercise of the team of Brazil.
And as Mexico waits to receive its score, we are informed that Brazil has submitted an inquiry, and so the superior jury of judges will review their routine and make sure that the difficulty was all calculated correctly. Brazil did receive a score that was slightly down from what they got in the qualification round, and it is their right to request a review of the exercise, which they have done now. It shouldn't delay the score of Mexico because it's a different panel of judges that is going to review the Brazilian routine. Mexican team members happy with what they have produced here. An unusual interpretation of Eminem's Lose Yourself. There were some very nice sequences in the routine. Great pirouettes and some good group collaborations.
Si informò che in merito al ricorso presentato dalla squadra del Brasile, il punteggio non è stato cambiato.
Concerning the inquiry submitted for the exercise of Brazil, the score is unchanged.
So Brazil stays at 27.5 points. And the number is in for Mexico as well. It's 25.6. So both the first 2 groups not quite getting the scores that they did in qualification.
Team of Ukraine.
We turn now to the team of Ukraine. Formidable contenders, but the 8th strongest only in qualification with the 5 balls here in Milan. They have continued to make some changes to this squad, bringing in Nadia Urina and retaining Taisha Redka, who was a last-minute replacement for the European Championships. Let's see what they can produce here. as they aim to lose themselves in this exercise.
Shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted. One moment, one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted.
It's such a stylish piece of work, this performance from Ukraine. Representing their nation on the international stage here, Nadia Yurina, Diana Bayeva, Valeria Perimeta, Taisha Redka, and Alexandra Yushchak. This Ukrainian group is currently a team in transition. They have brought in 2 new members, as mentioned, in Nadia Yurina and Taisha Redka. Redka was a very good junior competitor as an individual and has now gone into the group. She was actually tapped as a replacement for an injured gymnast at the European Championships in Varna. She only got the nod to go into the group for Varna a few days before the Ukrainians competed there. And they have retained her in the group, even though she is just 15 years old. And they've actually given her more to do. She only did one of the 2 routines at the European Championships, and now at this competition, she is doing both of them. Ukraine is maybe, therefore, suffering some growing pains. There are some really obvious trajectory errors, including the one that we just saw on the slow-mo right at the top of the routine, where the gymnast really has to come out of the formation in order to make the catch of the ball that she needs to. And this happens a couple of times in the exercise. It's not terribly egregious, but it is there. And then there were some other smaller problems that are just really hard to disguise. There was one drop of the ball. There was another time when a collaboration went a bit awry. But for all of that, this is a very promising routine. And when it's all put together, when the team has had ample time to practice and really run it in, it's going to be super competitive. 24.75 for the team of Ukraine. And third place right now,
della Repubblica Popolare della Cina.
The team of of the People's Republic of China.
Here is a group that has just been on fire. The People's Republic of China swept the gold medals at the World Cup in Tashkent earlier this year. They also won gold with this apparatus in Sofia to start off their season. Here in qualification, they were just the fourth strongest, so we will see what Team China is able to put together here. This routine is mesmerizing. The Olympic champions from Paris are in fine form here in Milan. But how is that going to stack up against what we have already seen from top qualifier Brazil? China represented here by Ding Xinyi, Hu Yanshu, Wang Lanjing, Zhang Xinyi, and Zhao Wanzhu. Receiving congratulations from their coaching staff. The woman on the right will be familiar to those of you who are aficionados of rhythmic gymnastics. Anastasia Bliznyuk, the only three-time Olympic medalist in rhythmic group gymnastics in history, and two of those Olympic medals are gold ones. This is such a beautifully composed routine. It has elements of traditional Chinese dance, and it also has plenty of collaborations, difficulty with exchanges, and difficulty done without exchanges to get China a massive score. The gymnasts in this exercise have so much to do. They are all over the carpet, and and they also have to maintain the synchronicity. And you see the nerves of the coaches who are doing this routine with them. Great as it was, it is not quite enough to move into the lead. 27.25 moves China into second place. Brazil and its 27.5 are still in the gold medal position.
La squadra della Spagna.
The team of Spain.
Here is a team that is able to challenge anyone in the world. They swept the titles at the recent European Championships in Varna. Nobody came close to them. And if they are able to do what they did in the qualification here and get a similar score, they will go into the lead. It's Spain with the 5 balls. Buckle up.
Quiero que tu pecho sea mi cama,
Tus brazos y tus piernas sean mis
brazos y tus
ramas.
piernas sean mis ramas.
Somos como un rollito de hilo que se desamarra, que se desprende. Nacemos y aprendemos a ser hijos del tiempo, pero todo lo que empieza en algún momento deja de existir. Por eso hay que vivir sin perdernos nada, para que nunca sea siempre, para que seamos infinitos. Quiero que se acabe. Eres tanto que no quiero que se
The Spanish team is on a journey. It's one that they hope leads them to Los Angeles in 2 years' time. Before that, it will pass by Frankfurt, but in the moment, they are here in Milano, and they have delivered one of the performances of the day. Ines Bergois, Andrea Corral, Andrea Fernandez, Lucia Munoz, and Salma Solaun. It's always a pleasure to watch them perform and to see the kind of team spirit and camaraderie that unites them. They really are a unit in everything that they do. Part of that is down to their captain, Ines Bergois, one of 2 members of the team, along with Salma Solaun, who performed at the Paris Olympic Games. They know that they are one of the best. Bergois says that the team has high ambitions. And they also think that pressure is a privilege. This is just phenomenal work from Spain. The use of cannon right at the end of the performance. It's all put together so well. And that is an extraordinary score, 28.65 for Spain. We have not seen higher here in Milan. We may not see higher here. Well deserved for this team. They shoot right into first place.
Della Bulgaria.
The team of Bulgaria.
Next up, the team from Bulgaria. Highly capable. It's wonderful to see Rachel Stoyanov back in the squad. She is the gymnast to the right of your screen. There she is, wearing the Olympic rings necklace. One of the leaders of Bulgaria in these last years. They could challenge for a medal here if they are able to keep their composure throughout this exercise. The Energy Anthem, a brand new routine with the 5 balls from Team Bulgaria. Representing their nation here, Emilia Obratinova, Raya Bozhilova, Magdalena Minevska, Rachel Stoyanov, and Margarita Vasileva. We've just seen something highly unusual in rhythmic group gymnastics, and that is a team that presents a totally new exercise with one of the apparatus in the middle of the season. This is not the routine that Bulgaria showed at the European Cup or the European Championships, or any of the World Cups that they competed in earlier this season. It's an unorthodox move, and perhaps the Bulgarians felt that they needed shaking up a little bit after what has been, frankly, a roller coaster of an early 2026 for them. There have been wonderful performances, notably at the European Cup in the cross battles competition and at the World Cup in Sofia, where they won the all-around bronze medal. However, there have also been performances that have been pretty marked by mistakes. And it's very good for them that they have Rachel Stoyanov and her leadership back in the team. However, there were parts of this routine that obviously still need to be run in a little bit more. There was a clear drop of the apparatus about halfway through. But this is a very promising restart, shall we say, to their 5 balls work in this year. And it's something they'll build upon. 24.85 for Bulgaria on this occasion. But again, really gutsy to change your routine mid-season like this.
The team of Italy.
Penultimate performers in this 5 balls final are the darlings of the crowd. It is, of course, Team Italy, La Farfalle, the butterflies, taking to the carpet with the 5 balls. The music, Hero by Tommy Prophet.
You see the black clouds twisting, and I know you're searching for a little bit of light. Let me be your hero.
Italy with the 5 balls before their own public in Milan. Team members Chiara Badi, Bianca Vignosi, Sasha Mukina, Sofia Sicchignano, and Gaia Pozzi. This is a big improvement for this team with this apparatus. Italy has had tremendous problems with the 5 balls in competition of late. And this effort was focused. It was concentrated. It was polished. It was Italy the way that we know Italy can perform.
This is what you give me to work with. Well, honey, I've seen worse. We're gonna turn this south.
This Italian group is very balletic, very expressive. There's a wonderful look to them on the carpet, lovely extension in all of the basic elements. Occasionally, the tosses and catches have been their downfall. But this was a much improved effort since the European Championship break. This is not the team that went to the World Challenge Cup in Cluj-Napoca in Romania a couple of weeks ago. But they have been tapped to represent the country here in Milan on this most important occasion, and they've done very well. The score for Italy, 23.75.
La squadra della Bielorussia.
The team of Belarus.
There is one more group to take to the carpet before we declare a 5 balls champion, and Belarus is in with a shout. The 8th strongest in the all-around, but the 5th best with the ball. And with other teams faltering slightly, there could be a place for them on the podium if they are able to do this routine the way that they can. The group from Belarus: Polina Alexandrova, Sofia Barasevic, Valeria Malkovich, Hanna Shakun, and Taisha Yurchak. Unfortunately for the Belarusians, it is likely that the loss of the apparatus out of bounds early in the routine will eliminate them from contention for making the podium on this occasion. Still, there's a lot of promise to their work. This routine to music called Cross the Line by Audio Machine and Harry Lightfoot. And there's a lovely beginning to it. The elements of classical ballet always palpable in the work of Belarusian gymnasts. And they also show really nice synchronization, making the most of rather simple elements like body waves. And here's one of their more complicated group elements, the collaboration. This is their dynamic element with rotation, well done by all 5 gymnasts. They all have to do it in order for the team to receive the difficulty that they merit. And if even one of them doesn't complete it well, then that difficulty goes out the window. And that was the case on a different element where we saw the ball go out of bounds, and the gymnasts have to go out of bounds to retrieve it. Not only do they lose 1.6 in execution, they are also likely not to get the difficulty that they were attempting with that. Belarus had 26.9 in the qualification the other day. And we would expect that that score would drop a little bit based on what we've just seen from them. Spain remains in the lead, followed by Brazil and China. Mexico in 4th place ahead of Ukraine. So really, it is a completely different leaderboard than we saw after the qualification round. And that is apparatus finals for you in rhythmic gymnastics. Audience members lining up to catch something. I don't think it's a hoop or a ball. More likely a t-shirt, perhaps. There goes the catapult, and it looks like it is a t-shirt. Great to see people just having fun, enjoying rhythmic gymnastics here in the Forum di Milano. The score is in for Belarus, 22.9 and 8th place on this day in Milan.
Quest'ultima valutazione della Bielorussia si conclude anche la finale a squadre con l'insieme con 5 palle. Ci prepariamo per le cerimonie di premiazione.
And what that means is that we have a final standings in the Group 5 balls competition. Bronze to the People's Republic of China, silver to Brazil, and gold to Spain. What a run the Spanish have had, and it continues. We will see them again with the hoops and clubs. And speaking of the clubs, that is our next individual apparatus final. We will be moving to that in just a few moments. Once again, out on the carpet, the volunteers are doing their work of picking up the sparkles that adorn the leotards and So after a short pause, we will come back for more rhythmic gymnastics. We hope very much that you are enjoying the coverage. Please don't go away. The club's final is imminent.
Andale, scatta un paio di foto poi mandale. Fammi vedere cosa indossi stasera, poi facciamo l'alta marea. Sotto la luna piena, non sei mai stata sincera. Non può durare una vita intera, una storia se fa solo male. Tra noi siamo solamente una noce di sesso, andamento lento. Non posso fermare il tempo, questo film maledetto io lo sento addosso come un'ossessione. Stanotte ritorni qui al centro delle mie fantasie. Chiamo il solo di venerdì, bailando con diva, sì. Per un'ora ti sento mia, non è amore, è una malattia. Questo maledetto film. Questo maledetto film. Questo maledetto film. Devo correre, 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 correre. Devo correre, 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 correre.
No, stiamo correndo un po' troppo. Facciamolo lento.
Come un'ossessione, stanotte ritorni qui al centro delle mie fantasie. Chiamo solo di venerdì, bailando con diva, sì. Per un'ora ti sento mia, non è amore, è una malattia. Questo maledetto film. Questo maledetto film. Questo maledetto film.
Buddha, Papayo, Mr. Worldwide, die. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. A mí que me importa el dinero, a mí que me importa la fama. Aquí lo que importa es salud, familia, el futuro, los niños y las armas. Estos artistas no son hombres, todavía hacen vivir en la cama. Lo que son es actores, porque le encantan el drama. That's why I say, echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Es la invasión de los latinos, todo el mundo bienvenido. No le gusta que siga su camino, siempre vestido de Niro Casino. Tremenda pinta, always hooky. Graduated even though I play hooky. Negativo a positivo, es la verdad y siempre te lo digo. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Echa pa' allá, todo lo malo echa pa' allá. Sube la mano pa' arriba, dale pa' abajo, dale pa' un lado, pa'l otro lado. Sube la
Welcome back to the Forum di Milano and the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup of 2026. In just a few moments, we will be bringing you the awards ceremony for the first three finals.
Della Coppa del Mondo Milano 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, the awarding ceremony of the individual hoop final of the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup Milano 2026 will now begin.
We will begin with the awards ceremony for the individual hoop competition here in Milan. How fitting in this nation that loves rhythmic gymnastics. The first victor of the day is an Italian. It is yet another remarkable achievement for Sofia Raffaelli.
Terza classificata, medaglia di bronzo, Takmina Ikramova, Uzbekistan.
The bronze medal goes to Takmina Ikramova of Uzbekistan, the Asian all-around and hoop champion. It is always a thriller when Taisia Onofrichuk of Ukraine takes to the carpet with the hoop. Today, she wins the silver medal in Milan.
Prima classificata, medaglia d'oro, vincitrice della finale con il cerchio della Coppa del Mondo Milano 2026, Sofia Raffaelli.
The world champion is back on top in Milan. Sofia Raffaelli wins the gold with the hoop here at the World Cup. It was one of the routines of the day, no question about it, and it merited all 29.65 points that she received.
The medal and prize for the first place will be awarded by Mr. Andrea Facci, the president of the Italian Gymnastics Federation. The medal and prizes for the second place will be awarded by Mr. Luis Arraiza, the president of the Portuguese Gymnastics Federation. The medal and prizes for the third place will be awarded by Mr. Niccolo Maffeis, the president of the Lombardia Regional Committee.
All of her hard work coming to fruition.
Signore, signori, vi invito ad alzarvi, se potete, per ascoltare l'inno nazionale italiano.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can and honor the national anthem of Italy.
She hears her national anthem, Il Canto degli Italiani, the song of the Italians, with tears in her eyes. Her performances greeted with rapturous applause. Sofia Raffaelli, the hoop champion in Milano. The medalists in the hoop final, Takmina Ikramova of Uzbekistan winning the bronze, Taisha Onofrichuk of Ukraine taking the silver, and Sofia Raffaelli of Italy with the gold. And off runs Raffaelli because there are more apparatus finals to come for her. And we have 2 more victory ceremonies to bring you right now.
Ed ora, signori, ha inizio la cerimonia di premiazione della finale con la palla della Coppa del Mondo di Ginnastica Ritmica Milano 2026.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the awarding ceremony of the individual ball final for the Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup Milano 2026 will now begin.
The awards ceremony in the individual ball final at the Milano Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup has begun. On this occasion, it is Germany, Italy, and Cyprus 1, 2, and 3. Cyprus's Vera Tugalukova breaks through with bronze with the ball. Her 50s medley enchanted judges and audience alike. Italy's rising star Tara Dragash wears silver today for her fun-filled Pokemon performance with the ball. One of the best spinners in rhythmic gymnastics reaps her reward.
Prima classificata, medaglia d'oro, vincitrice della finale con la palla della Coppa del Mondo Milano 2026, Daria Varfolomev, Germania.
There is simply nothing that she cannot do. Olympic champion, world champion, European champion, and Milan World Cup champion. Daria Varfolomev takes the gold with the ball.
President of the Women Technical Committee for the World Gymnastics, and the prize and medals for the 3rd place has been awarded by Mrs. Isabel Savade, the World Gymnastics Technical Delegate of this World Cup.
It's the 2nd gold medal of the competition for Daria Varfolomev, who also took the all-around title last night at a canter, 6 points in front of her nearest competitor.
L'inno nazionale della Germania.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can and honor the national anthem of Germany.
Daria Varfolomev, Tara Dragash.
Another stunning moment from a gymnast who has given us so much. The medalists in the ball final at this Milan World Cup: bronze to Vera Tugolukova of Cyprus, silver to Tara Dragash of Italy, and gold to Daria Varfolomev of Germany.
Ed ora, signore, signori, siamo pronti per la cerimonia di premiazione della finale a squadre insieme con 5 palle della Coppa del Mondo Milano 2026.
Ladies and gentlemen, the awarding ceremony of the World Cup Milano 2026 with the group final with 5 balls will now begin.
It's the victory ceremony for the Group 5 balls competition at the World Cup of Rhythmic Gymnastics in Milan. 8 teams competed, but only 3 can stand on the podium. And on this occasion, the best one comes from Spain. A marvelous performance by the experienced Spanish group wins them the gold medal.
Third place and bronze medalists, the team of the People's Republic of China.
Terze classificate, medaglie di bronzo.
What a team they are. The bronze medal is awarded to the People's Republic of China, the Olympic champions on the podium once more.
The team of Brazil.
Brazil has gone from strength to strength. They can feel very good about their performance here in Milan. Gold in the all-around yesterday and silver with the 5 balls today.
Milano 2026. Ball group, the exercise with 5 balls, the team of Spain.
Prime classificate.
But they could not be beaten. The ambitious team of Spain is once more the champions at a World Cup event. Brilliantly done by Inez Bergois, Andrea Corral, Andrea Fernandez, Lucia Munoz, and Salma Solon.
The medals, flowers, and prizes for the first place will be awarded by Mr. Marco Riva, the president for Lombardia region, Italian National Olympic Committee. The medals and prizes and flowers for the second place will be awarded by Mrs. Natalia Bulanova, World Gymnastics Technical Delegate for this Rhythmic Gymnastics World Cup Milano 2026. The prizes, flowers and medals for the third place will be awarded by Mr. Oreste De Faveri, Federal Councillor for the Italian Gymnastics Federation.
signori, vi invito ad alzarvi, se potete, per ascoltare l'inno nazionale della Spagna.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you can and honor the national anthem of Spain.
Spagna,
The Marcha Real, the national anthem of Spain, played on this occasion to honor the Spanish group, which has won the 5 balls competition here in Milan.
We congratulate the podium for the World Cup Milano 2026 group final.
Huge congratulations to all of the medalists in the 5 balls final. The bronze won by the People's Republic of China, the silver won by Brazil, and the gold won by Spain. That brings us to the halfway point